Hello there, and welcome to our base building tutorial for ApocalypticZ. This is just going to be a very quick tutorial in case people are unaware of how to build and build certain things. Also linked in this Discord channel is a hashtag of how to set up territories. You can check that out there. There's a step-by-step video and a step-by-step written out text with all the materials you need in order to make a flag for territory purposes. When you're building a base, you really do need a flag. Reason is things will despawn within 3 weeks if you do not have a flag, except for tents. If tents are regularly interacted with, then they will not despawn. However, everything else will despawn if you do not have a flag. So be sure to check out the other Discord channel so you know how to make a flag. Now, it's basically vanilla building. So whoever is familiar with it, you would already know how to build everything. For those of you who don't, you're just going to need a fence kit, logs, planks, nails, and tools, which is everything here: an axe, shovel, pliers, hammer, hatchet, sharpening stone, and a handsaw, and a code lock, of course, and metal sheets. The reason why you're going to need a hatchet is to break things in case you build it by mistake. You can also use it for building. The good thing about this is that if you damage it, because it will lose durability, you can use the sharpening stone to fix it, whereas a hammer you cannot repair. So once it's ruined, it's gone forever. You're going to need an axe to chop down trees. Once you chop down trees, you'll get a log. Once you get a log, you put it on the floor. You have a saw in your hand, and you can cut the saw into planks, and that's what you do really. You're going to need a fence kit. This is what it would look like. You combine 2 sticks with a rope. 2 sticks you can find from bushes like this, and all you do is place it down wherever you want. Now please bear in mind that on this server you can raid walls and gates, so please bear that in mind. So what you're going to want to do is put 2 logs in the fence kit and use a shovel to build it. And once you've built it, it will look like this. It will have 2 pillars and the fence kit will drop, so you can keep reusing this. Now let's just leave that to the side. Now you can either use this to build a fence or gate. Either way, to build a gate, it has to be a fence. So this tutorial will cover a fence and a gate in one. So once you've built that, you will see this here, which is the inventory of the fence. You can add all the materials. Now, what you're going to need for a tier 1 gate slash fence in total is 2 logs, which we've already done, 18 planks and 36 nails. So what I'll do is I'll just put all this in here, which is more than what we need, and use a hammer. And once you look at it, you'll get different prompts, which is build platform, build lower frame, and build upper frame. What we're going to want to do is build the frames first. Alright, now that the frames are done, this is where things would be different for tier 1 and tier 2. Everything we've done up to this point is for both tier 1 and tier 2. If this was for tier 2 gate or fence, this icon here is for metal sheets. It takes 6 metal sheets to build the walls. You see, if I go here, it says build up a wooden wall. Well, if you didn't have the planks in there, at this stage, if you didn't have the planks in there and you had the metal sheets, it will give you the prompt to make tier 2 door. Instead of a wooden wall, it will tell you to make a metal wall. But for this purpose, let's make a wooden wall on the lower and upper frame. Okay, now we've completed building one fence. Now this would be amazing if it was just a fence, but imagine that this was a gate, and imagine that this needed to be a gate. We're going to need this metal wire. You just put it in this slot here, and you have to use pliers. Then you'll get the prompt to build gate, and it's just as simple as using the pliers to put the metal wires. I think it will be on this side, I hope. Yep, there you go. And then it opens and closes. And you could either lock this up with a combination lock or code lock. My preference is a code lock. You just attach it. By the way, this is not my code. I can't even type. There you go. And it's code locked. Awesome. And that's it. That's how you would build a door. A tier 1 door. Or wall. Now let's imagine you have to build a tier 2 wall or door. I've already gone ahead and started to build this. We're just going to put 8 metal sheets in there, because when you find them, it would usually come in a stack of 10, but it's only going to use 6. Now we're just going to need some nails, and then use a hammer, or hatchet. Let's use a hatchet. Now bear in mind, when you build a tier 1 and tier 2, there's differences in nails and planks. Because we use planks to build these walls, it uses more wood, whereas with this it's going to use less wood, more metal, and more nails. All the information will be in this Discord channel of how many nails and wood each tier specifically uses. So please check that out for more information. So you're going to have to be quite close to this. If you're quite far away, it would usually give you the prompt to dismantle, which would probably look like this. So you might want to be careful about that. Just be a bit more closer. And there you go. It says build up a metal wall. And then you'll just get the prompt to build it. And that's it. That's literally how you would build a tier 2 wall / door. And there you have it. We have a tier 2 door. Or fence, whichever you prefer. And whichever suits your needs. Now please remember that walls and doors are raidable, right? So if you build a tier 2 wall, it will need the same amount of raid tools needed to raid a tier 2 door. And remember that these sort of things will despawn in 3 weeks unless you have a flag. In future, we are bringing what's going to be very special to APOC is we're going to have our own custom buildings, like custom doors. That's in the near future with new barricades. So we have that to look forward to. Hello guys, this is me from the future. I forgot to show you guys something, which is this. You can make an unraidable wall to a certain extent that we wish to show you. Now these are just a bunch of fence kits placed right next to each other, only built with logs, and that's it. So what you would do is have a fence kit, and you would obviously have these more closer together, right, so no one can shoot you through it. I've just done this very quickly for the tutorial. So what you would want to do is place these. It's a bit tricky, but you place it something like this, right? And then you can just place 2 logs in there and use a shovel, and that's it. And I know what you're probably thinking. You're probably thinking, well, the person on this side can just have a shovel and shovel these. Wrong. Because don't forget, we have the territory system. So if you have a flag placed, anyone who isn't a member of that territory cannot dismantle from behind, so they can't soft side anything, and they can't place props all they can do is place raiding materials. Logs, basically these pillars, oh, I'm bleeding. Basically these pillars are not raidable. Only the frames and the walls are, like the frames and the walls on a door slash fence. So this is what you would want to do if you want to have your base not unraidable, but you don't want them to raid the walls. You just want them to raid the gate, right? So it forces the player, the raiding player, to only go through a gate and not make a cheeky little entrance down the side. So yeah, we at ApocalypticZ wanted to have you guys know about this. I hope you use it wisely. So one last thing before I end this video is the different types of storages. We have lots of different storages. The main ones which you really want to find, which are hard to find, but if you do find it, you're gonna want to keep it, is rifle safes and a safe. So these spawn all over the map, but they're very rare. These spawn and they're kind of rare, not so. You can code lock them. The way you code lock them is you open the door and you can just, if you have a code lock in your hand, it will ask you to place the code lock. To raid these safes, you're going to need a decoder tablet, and it only takes 1 battery. This one will take 2 batteries. So this is the type of safe you're going to want to put your most valuable possessions. And that's all for now, guys. Thank you for watching the video. If you need any help, make a ticket or ask us in support chat. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video. Take care.